Alright guys, I have been super busy lately, so you have not seen my face lately. So we're going to try to get a couple videos put out today. So let's start with this first topic. You hear a lot from people talking about how the two-party system is the problem. This is really common from independents and libertarians. This couldn't be further from the truth. The two-party system is not the problem. So polling shows that when you poll people on the major issues, abortion, taxes, immigration, infrastructure, they tend to fall into categories that align directly with one of the two major parties. This is why when you talk with someone, they tend to agree with roughly 80% of the party's platform. So this isn't just because these two parties have the most power. They do have the most power, but there's reasoning behind that. It's because that's the way that the vote has shaken out. Now, what the real problem actually is the Uniparty. Now, you bring this up and people acknowledge it, but they still fall back into this two-party system line. Again, that's not the problem at all. It's not that people don't have enough choices, it's that they don't have a choice at all. This is a much larger problem on the right than it is the left. You see the left, they stand on their principles, pretty often. This is easy for them to do because they claim to be the compassionate party, the party that cares. And most people are too busy to look into what the policy actually is to know how it's screwing them. On the right, we vote for people, expecting them to act as conservatives or, at least libertarian, and we end up with Democrat light. They bend the knee and make concessions because they don't want to look mean in the public eye, and they don't want to get called racist by some leftoid who only have that singular word and maybe a couple other buzzwords in their vocabulary. 90% of the GOP is the same big spending, crazy cowards that we accuse the left of being. We're talking about the Mitch McConnells, the Liz Cheneys, the Mitt Romneys. We can list them off for hours. If Republicans would actually get into office and act like the voters expect them to, then you might actually see some libertarians and some independents be able to pull the lever easily. You talk to a lot of them right now, they can't pull the lever at all. If they would just act the way that we expect them to, you would actually see a significant shift in these parties and the way that they're voting. Right now, they don't feel that their vote matters. Why would they vote for a Republican when they know what to expect? Again, this is the Uniparty. That's exactly what it is. Now, on the bright side, the GOP seems to be taking a turn for what looks to be the better. They're winning local elections with better candidates. They're working on primarying out some of these deep state bureaucrats. And I'm not completely convinced that this is going to... it's not going to be the be-all, end-all, we fix the problem now, but I am hopeful that we're going to begin to see some change in the long term, and like I said, they seem to be moving in the right direction. So after 2022, when the GOP takes over Congress, which I fully expect to happen, and so does everyone else at this point, we'll see if they actually do something or if they just turn out to be the same old Republicans that we've been dealing with for decades. Thanks, guys.